Hi guys, this is my new creation. Shaker card inside a see-through box. So from this you can see the shaker element. So let's open this up. So this is a box and this is the card. This is a completely see-through card where from you can see the shaker element from the back also. So this is the card and it will fit really good. So see, it's really a very cute shaker card. So I will be using Eno Greeting paper pack, this one, for making this shaker card. So this is the basic element. So the next element would be white cardstock. So white cardstock, just have it according to your needs. I'm going to be using the Dress My Craft trimmer for this project. And then a scoreboard too from Dress My Craft. So it has a bone folder too. Then the next thing would be glue. I'll be using Fevicol A+ craft glue. And then some double-sided tape, foam tape. And then I'll also be using some of the flowers, normal flowers. Then round rainbow confetti by Dress My Craft, which looks like this. This is a wonderful shaker element. And I'll also be using Craft Medley shaker elements, which is which looks like this. And also I'll be using Little Birdie laces, which actually looks like this. I've already gotten into a pack. And then some small flowers, which I got it from the local market. And then this heart, bling. And then these jewels. Then the normal staples, such as ruler, creasing tool, scissors, trimmer, eraser, pencils, etc. So this is all we need for making this shaker card. So let's start. So let's start, guys. Let's start with the base card. So cut a piece of cardstock which is 6 1/4 inch tall by 8 3/4 inch wide. So let's take the scoreboard. First score is at 4 1/4 inch and the second one is at 4 1/2 inch. Okay. Let's fold it, guys. Give it a good crease. So this is our base card. Okay, it's going to be our base card. So now what we are going to do is, let's take out our pencil and scale. So on the front side, the opening is to the right side. On the front side, just mark 1/2 inch on all sides. Okay, so let's mark 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch. Let's connect it. Then 1/2 inch from this side also. 1/2 inch. Let's draw. So this inner portion, let's cut out this inner portion. Okay, so let's do it. So as you can see, I've cut out the middle portions. Now let's erase the pencil lines that's showing. So I've erased all the lines, pencil lines. So this is how your base card should look like. So now let's take out the decorative papers. So these papers measures 4 1/4 inch by 6 1/4 inch. So each measures 4 1/4 inch and 6 1/4 inch. On each of these, let's measure 1/2 inch on both sides, like how we did on the base card. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Now let's draw. Then again this side, 1/2 inch. Okay. So let's draw. Okay, so let's do the same for this one also. So I've done the same for both. So now let's cut out this inner portion. Okay. Okay, so I've cut out the centers of both of the papers. So the next step we're going to do is cut 2 pieces of acetate sheet which measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, the same size of the decorative paper. Okay, let's do that. Now let's take one of the decorative paper and let's turn it and one of the acetate sheet and glue this. So let's glue it down. Okay, after gluing this, let's take the foam tape and go around this like a picture frame. So I'm just approximately cutting it. Make sure there's no gap here so that no shaker elements would fall off. So let's do that. So as you can see, I've gone through like a picture frame at the back of this. So now let's take our base card and let's take off the backing from all these here. So as you can see, I have taken off the backing. So now let's open this up and let's place it. So that it's even. So the front of the card will look like this and at the back it will be like this. Okay. So now let's take this second piece. Okay. Let's flip it over and the second piece of acetate, let's stick it here. Okay. Okay, so now I have glued down this acetate sheet to this. So now let's take this, the base card and open it up. So you'll see a groove here. So what's going to happen is after putting all the shaker elements inside, we are going to glue this here. So let's take out the shaker elements. So I will be using these. So let's take out what is required. I'll be using Trust My Craft round rainbow confetti also. So now after this, let's just glue this down here, okay? Just let this dry completely because it's really important for it to dry. If not, the shaker elements will come out. So after burnishing this down, your front will look like this. So let's cover the inside and the back side. So cut a piece of decorative papers. Cut two pieces actually, which measures 4 by 6. Okay. So now let's take the glue and glue this down. So while gluing this down, you have to make sure that there is a white border, 1/8 inch border around top, bottom and sides. Okay. So that it will look good because of the white border around it. Just burnish this down. And do the same at the back too with 1/8 inch border. Okay, let's do that. So after getting the back and the inside, your shaker card should look something like this and it should move really good. So now let's add the embellishments to the card. So I will be gluing down these laces here around like a picture frame. So next thing I'll be doing is using some of these elements from the paper pack. So I have taken this. So I'll cut out and around this cage for now. So just cut out and around as much as you can. This is the best I could do. So let's glue this down. Here. Then I've taken these two circles from the paper pack, which will be glued down in the center. One for the front and the other for the back. Because, wait, I'll show you. So this one will be glued down here. Okay. But when you open this up, you see here, this will not look good. So for this purpose, there's this another circle which goes right on top of it so that the other circle is not visible anymore from the back. Okay. So this is going to go here. Then I have these 4 letters which spells wish. So I will be gluing down these here in the left top corner. So let's do that. So as of now, your shaker card should be looking like this. So for these things here, you can cover it with the same letters, wish. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. So this is what mine looks like. So if you shake it, it will be a good shaker card. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these one little heart and put it on the corners. So let's do that. So you can add as many embellishments as you want, but see, this looks really beautiful only with these cute embellishments. So now let's start with a lid. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is the box bottom. Okay, let's take the scoreboard. So we are 6 3/4 inch across. Let's score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 5 3/4 inch, and 6 1/4 inch. Now let's rotate this once so that we are 8 1/2 inches across. So the first score line is at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, then at 7 1/2 inch, and at 8 inch. So before scoring these, before folding these, you see the score marks has made a square here. So first of all, just listen to it carefully. So there is 2 score lines, one here, one here. So on the second score line, cut till the first above score line, okay, till here. Then the first score line here, cut till the second score line that's above, okay. Then rotate it, cut here, cut off this square, cut off this one too. Now cut it till the second score line, okay, so that you will have something like this, a flap. So the same way, cut it till the first score line, cut this till the second score line, cut these both here, and then cut till the second score line, okay, you have a flap. The same way, cut it here, cut it till the second score line, then cut this fully, and cut this too fully, okay. Oops. The same way, first score line till the second score line, both, and here both. Take this off. So your box bottom should look something like this, okay. So the next thing is, let's fold everything, okay. Let's fold it and give it a good crease here, okay. Let's fold it this way, okay. So let's fold everything. Okay, so after folding everything and giving it a good crease, your box should look something like this. So this first flap, we are gonna apply glue to this. This is for giving much more strength to the box so that it won't fall apart in future. And you just have to fold it like this and give it a good crease. The same way, this first flap, and we have to do this for all the 4 sides, okay. So let's do that. Okay, so after gluing those first flap, your box should look something like this. So now this little flap, let's push it all inside this way, okay, inside. Let's close the box. So after folding it like this, let's apply glue to the back side and just stick it and hold it here, okay. So this will start creating a box. So let's do it for all the sides. Apply glue and keep it here and hold it for a moment, okay. So let's do the same for all the sides and let me come back, okay. So after doing it all for the 4 sides, your box bottom should look something like this. Let me just erase this. So your box bottom is ready. So this card will fit inside really good. So the next thing we're going to do is the box lid. So for the box lid, let's take the scoreboard. Let's put it where it is 5 and 7/8 inch across. So the first score is at 1/4 inch, then at 1/2 inch, then at 5 and 5/8 inch, then at 5 and 7/8 inch. Then let's rotate it once so that it is 7 and 5/8 inch across. So the first score is 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, then 7 and 1/8 inch, and 7 and 3/8 inch. Okay, so this is the scoring for the box lid. So what you have to do is, the first thing we're going to do here, since this is a see-through box, you see the second score lines all over the 4 sides. From that place, let's measure 1/2 inch and mark on all sides. Okay, let's draw the lines like how we did for the shaker card. So after marking 1/2 inch from the second score lines, your paper should look something like this. So before cutting anything else, let's do the same thing which we did for the box bottom. Okay, so the first score line, the second score line till the first score line, the first score line till the second score line. Let's cut out these both here and these both so that it creates a flap. Okay, so let's do the same thing for all 4 sides. After cutting out those sides, your paper should look something like this. So now let's fold in the sides first. Give it a good crease. Let's fold in all the sides now. After folding in the sides, you see this middle part, let's just cut out this part, okay? Let's cut that part. Okay, so after cutting it, it should look like something like this. So now, let's trim out just a little bit so that it fits good, okay? Something like this, just a little bit. I'm hand cutting it, sorry guys, it might be a little sloppy. Okay, let's do the same thing for all 4 sides. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is apply glue on the first flap and fold in. Let's do it. Let's stick it on all the 4 sides, okay? Okay, now after gluing that down, fold in this flap inside, and you know what to do. Apply glue here and hold it for a moment until it sticks, okay? Now let's do that for all the 4 sides. So after gluing that down, your lid should look something like this. So the next step you're going to do is take out the acetate sheet. So cut a piece of acetate which measures 4 5/8 by 6 1/8 inch tall, okay? So now let's apply glue. And glue it down to this opening. Okay, if you want to burnish it, you just turn it this way and use the back side of the tool and just burnish this down like this, okay? Okay, now we are done burnishing. So the next step, let's cut 2 pieces of decorative paper which measures 3/8 inch by 6 1/2 inch tall. Okay, so let's take the lid here and let's take one of the pieces and glue this down here, okay? So let's do it. And let's glue the other one this side, okay? Next, let's cut 2 pieces of decorative papers which measures 3/8 inch by 4 3/4 inch wide, okay? So let's put this here, and for some decorative purpose, let's just cut it at an angle, okay? For example, okay, so that it will look good. So after doing this, let's apply glue and glue these down like this. Okay, the same way, this one too. Let's cut it at an angle first. Let's apply glue. And glue this down. Okay, if you want to burnish this, just turn this. Okay, so the lid should be a good fit for you. Okay, and it should look just gorgeous inside this. So here you can add much more embellishments that you want, like flowers, etc. So let me do that and let me show you. So this is what my finished product looks like. So I have glued down 3 flowers and I have embellished with some of these. So let me open it and show you. So you can see and hear the sound. So this is a really cute, shaker card. So this is the final shaker card with a see-through box. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do tag me when you make this. My Instagram page is snehakannan07. I'll give you my Instagram ID below in the description. So hope you guys loved it. Bye. Take care. Love you all.